Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I just wanted to show you my wax collection and pretty much how I store my wax. It is pretty small right now, but it has grown. I've gotten into wax probably in about March, I would really say, is really when I got into it. And ever since then, I've really gotten into it. Now I do melt a lot of wax as well. So my problem right now is that all the wax, my personal collection of wax, is still waiting to be cured. Some of it just finished because I do like to let all of my wax cure for a month. So some of it is ready, but the majority of my wax still needs to cure, because I know that some people say like the baby garden needs like at least 2 months, and I know from my personal experience, I think that Zeep Bath performs, or Zape, however you pronounce it, performs better after 2 months as well. So I still have some wax that still has a while to cure, so I went ahead and got some destashes. So this is all of the stuff that I got for my destashes, and I have some of this little bin right here, and this is what I'm going to be melting. This right here in this little box is what I'm going to be melting till I pretty much melt through almost everything in this box. Then I'll actually start my actual collection, which is all of this right here. But we'll go ahead and get started. I'm not going to go through every scent that I have just because, I don't want this to be a very long video. But in here I have some VCS and some Super Tards and some L3. And this is stuff that I have not melted yet. And all of these scents I've never melted except for Harry Houdini. I had a scent shot of that, a sample. Oh, I have some Candy Panda Wax. So once I melt through all of this, then I'll start using my personal collection. And then here is stuff that I have just melted recently these past few days. If you follow me on Instagram, then you've already seen these pictures of these scents with the scent descriptions. And then here is all the bags that I have. So I got one from Southbound. All the rest are Sassy Girl Aroma, except for this one that's Super Tarts. So I'll be melting these with these until I finish it. And then next I have, this is pretty much all the Sassy Girl Aroma I have. So I have these 4 bags here. And then I have these 2 little pies that are back in that other container. These 2 pies, which I'm going to be cutting into these soon. So I also keep my Vintage Chic Scents Loaf, the one that I had just cut up, the Sweeney's Barbershop. I keep that in this bag and I just fold it. I keep it in this container right here. And then I also have this little container. This is all my VCS that I have. I have my coins in here on the side. I have my roses, and then my cut up roses, and my one little blossom bag. I keep all my VCS in here. I do want to get a container. So the way I pretty much started storing my wax was in these, and these are like dresser drawer dividers that I got from IKEA. I had them actually in a dresser and had like socks and all that stuff for my kids. And then they started like not using them and just throwing them everywhere. So I just took them out, and then I had them laying around, so I decided to like put my wax in there, and everything would fit into there. And then it started getting a little full, so then I would keep them in like the boxes from the priority mail boxes. I would keep them in there. So then I just decided to get one of these. And I see the majority of people store their wax in these little plastic Sterilite containers. I got this one from Target for like 94 cents. And it has all of my candy. I have to really think about this when I say it, because I always say it wrong. Candy Panda Wax. And I got this idea from Just Jenny, because a lot of these lids come cracked sometimes. Oh, well, see, this one isn't. But I had a few that were. And, it doesn't really bother me. But what I did was, she had recommended getting these 4x4 polypropylene bags, and I got mine from Tiffany Candles, and they were like, I think they were like $3 or something for 100 of them, and these are the 4x4. and it fits the scent shot in there perfectly. And you just dip it up so you keep the scent in there. And so that's what I did to all of hers. Pretty much every scent shot that comes in these, whether it was hers or L3 Waxy Wonders, because those are the only ones that I have that are like this, I just put them all in these little plastic bags, and then I put them all in here. I do have a haul video of all the wax that is in this Sterilite container. And I eventually, if I have enough wax from one vendor, I eventually want to get a bin like this for all the vendors. So I'm going to get one like this for VCS, because I always get a lot of roses. So that is everything that I have in those ones. I'll bring this up. And then let me move this. Let me just move stuff around really quickly. Okay. So, here we go. Okay, so these are like the big ones that have like the 6 different dividers. These are smaller in the front, and these are longer in the back. So these are my half BAMs that I got from the recent Super Tarts sale. These are all my Super Tarts. Let me see. There we go. Let me see if it'll stay. I don't think it's gonna stay. Okay. These are all my clamshells that I got from Super Tarts, and the scent shots. That's all that I have. So this should be done on the 21st and then the 29th. I don't want it to fall. This is all the Scentsy. Well, this is my last Kidding Confections that I have, and it's ready to go. This is the very last one. So I'll probably go ahead and throw that in that box. I can melt that. And then this is all the Scentsy I have left, and all the Sensationals that I have. And this is all Deep Bath. And I do like to wait a month, but I really think that the second month is when it really performs its best. It like throws super strong, and you can really get like the scent notes from it. It's just, I prefer to let mine try and sit for 2 months. But I am gonna try and break into this Orange is the New Black, Orange is the New Pink, because she's gonna have a restock and she's gonna offer these again. And I love it on cold, but I've never melted this one before, so I want to see how it is melted. And what I do is I just get these little Post-its like this, and I write, because I always write the date on the scent shot, or if it's a clamshell, I write it on the clamshell when I got it. But I also just write a date, and I just stick it right on top just like this, and then I keep it in like my closet, and then that way I know what day it should be ready and all that. Then this is all of my, or let me go this way since it's facing so low. Okay, so then here is all the Fakery Bakery that I have, and there's pretty much hauls for everything that you see. There's a haul for it. This is my Sassy Girl Aroma, these little mini loaves. When I chop these up, I'll put them in that other bin that had the Sassy Girl Aroma bags. And this is all the Southbound. And she has her pour dates on here. So I just write on my Post-it, I'll write from the 18th, because this was the soonest one. So the 18th, and then the latest one is the 28th. So I just write from the 18th to the 28th, and then I'll start melting those. Now, I did melt a few of them. Like, I melted this one, and it performed pretty good. And then I melted, where's the other one? I don't know where it went. Oh, it's all down here. I melted these, and I mean, it performed okay, but it wasn't super strong like how I was expecting it. But then again, it hadn't cured very long at all. So I'm just going to let mine cure. So this is all that I have from the Bathing Garden. I do have a haul of it, of this Bathing Garden order. And it'll be ready. I'm going to try to wait 2 months. Now I might melt a few in a month just to see how it performs, and then melt those exact same scents in the second month to see if it is better or if it's didn't really make a difference. This is my L3 Waxy Wonders. This is all I have. I have her scent shots here. Now, some of these I did already melt, and they performed really good. And then some of these I haven't touched at all. And then I have my clamshells here at the bottom. And then the very last one, this is the very last thing in my collection, is the Rose Girls. Okay. And this is everything that I got from that 2-pound sampler that she had. And so it still has a while to go. June 6th, it should be ready. I've also heard the same from her, the longer you let hers cure, the better. So that's why I just decided I have a bunch of wax, and some of it is ready to melt and some of it isn't. So I just figured I need some wax to melt in the meantime. So I went ahead and got those D-stashes, and like I said, once I finish that one big priority box of like single wax melts and stuff, then I'm gonna start melting my own. But I want to melt through that box first, which I feel like I kind of melt through wax pretty quickly. I am a stay-at-home mom, so I melt wax literally from like 9 in the morning to like 10 at night. And I change out my warmers because I like a strong throw. So once I feel like I have to sniff the air to find the scent, or if I feel like I just can't smell it anymore, it's not as strong, or if I'm sick of it, I just change it out. So I normally change out my wax like at about 4 or 5 during the day, and then I keep that on from 4 or 5 to like 10 at night. So it stays on for about 5 hours each scent. So that's why I melt through wax pretty quickly. And then I also melt wax in both of my restrooms, downstairs and upstairs. But I normally use either these or the Scentsies. I normally put those in the restroom, and I change those out every few days. So that's it for my wax collection. I would love to see anybody else's wax collection if you guys feel like posting it up here, or posting on a picture and tagging me in your picture. My Instagram is things_I_love86_. You tag me in your pictures if you put them on Instagram or something. If you make a video, I would love to see it. I love to see people's collections. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment, rate, subscribe, and have a good day.